My father looked me in the eyes and handed everything to her. $2 million. The house I grew up in, the business I helped build with my own hands, all of it, gone. And my sister smiled at me from across that table like she had just won a game. I didn't cry, I didn't yell, I didn't say a single word. I just smiled back because I already knew something she didn't. If you've ever been betrayed by the people who were supposed to love you most, this story is going to hit you somewhere deep. Welcome to Dark Truths Untold. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me because this one is deeply satisfying. Let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus was the oldest child, the responsible one. While his sister Diane spent her 20s traveling on their parents' money, Marcus was there. Every hospital visit, every business meeting. When their father's company hit rock bottom in 2019, it was Marcus who stayed up 3 nights straight to save it. He restructured the debt, he brought in new clients, he turned a dying company into something worth fighting for. He never asked for anything in return because he didn't think he needed to. These were his parents, his family. He assumed they saw what he did. He assumed wrong. The day his father called him to the house, Marcus thought it was a routine family meeting. He walked in to find Diane already seated, smiling, relaxed, like she already knew what was coming. His father slid a folder across the table. Updated will, updated asset distribution, everything. The house, the business, the investments, transferred to Diane. His father's reason? Diane needs it more. You're strong, Marcus. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. 5 words that erased 15 years of sacrifice in one sentence. Marcus felt the room tilt. His hands went cold. He looked at Diane, who was already pulling the folder toward herself, not even looking at him. He wanted to scream. He wanted to throw that folder across the room. Instead, he took a breath and smiled. Okay, he said quietly. Just that. 1 word. Diane blinked. She expected tears, anger, a fight. Not this. Marcus stood up, shook his father's hand, hugged his mother, and walked out. Here's what nobody at that table knew. 3 months before that meeting, Marcus had seen this coming. Small signs, whispered conversations that stopped when he walked in. His father suddenly asking Diane's opinion on business decisions that had nothing to do with her. So Marcus had quietly done something. Every major client relationship in that company, Marcus had built them personally. The clients trusted him, not the business name. So he made calls, had conversations, sent emails. By the time that folder slid across the table, Marcus had already secured verbal commitments from the company's top 7 clients, representing 80% of annual revenue. He hadn't stolen anything. He hadn't broken any law. He had simply reminded people who they actually trusted. 6 months later, Diane called him. Her voice was different. The confidence was gone. The business was bleeding. Clients were leaving one by one. She couldn't understand why. She had the assets. She had the name. What she didn't have was Marcus. I need your help, she said. The silence on Marcus's end lasted a long time. He thought about 15 years, every late night, every sacrifice. 5 words. You'll be fine. I know, he said finally. But I have my own company now, and my calendar is full. He hung up. Within a year, Marcus's new firm had acquired 3 of those same clients officially. His sister's inherited business filed for restructuring. His parents called to apologize. Marcus listened. He was polite. He was kind. But some doors, once closed, don't open the same way twice. Marcus never yelled, never threatened, never begged. He simply understood one truth that his family forgot. You can give someone an asset, but you cannot give them the relationships, the trust, and the years of quiet sacrifice that made that asset valuable. They gave Diane the crown, but they had already given Marcus something far more powerful: the loyalty of every person who mattered. Never underestimate the quiet ones. The people who don't fight back loudly are often the ones who have already won. You don't always need to flip the table. Sometimes you just need to know which cards you're holding. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button right now. Tell me in the comments, have you ever been underestimated by someone who should have known better? Subscribe to Dark Truths Untold, because every week we bring you the stories that make you question everything. Stay sharp and never forget, the quietest people in the room are often the most dangerous.